how was my childhood like, or how was my parenting like, you know, or like how are my parents like. And I think it's best that you guys can hear from my dad himself, especially there are a lot of parents or what who want to raise entrepreneur sons or entrepreneurial children. And
yeah, maybe okay, a bit of background. Not everyone of not okay. I have two siblings, right? So my dad has three children, right? My brother, my sister, and followed by me. I'm the youngest. My brother is he's very entrepreneurial since young. He has been buying and selling spiders.
I remember, I remember that he was primary one, and that was time I taught him about the playing cash flow for kids. He was primary one, and he likes to make friends with primary three in the afternoon session, and he enjoyed with older kids. And the older kids like to catch spider for him. And they enjoy catching for him, but the younger kids or his peer wouldn't know how to catch. So he would sell the.
So basically, he will employ the P3 people, the older primary 3 students, to help him catch spider for free. And then he will sell the spider.
And they enjoy giving it to him.
And he'll sell it to the primary 1 students for like maybe 10 cents. 15 cents. Last time 15 cents at that point of time was kind of
money. And my sister is she's more academic, you know, so she studied A levels, had a double degree scholarship, Lee Kong Chen scholarship, right? In SMU, took business, HR and accounting, human resource and accounting. And now she's a Catholic nun in Spain, right? She decided to pursue a religious life, even though she has so much of academic qualifications, which if she went to any job, right, she would have easily succeeded. And then that's me, right? Since young, I've been quite entrepreneurial, and I would say I'm 60% spiritual, 40% entrepreneurial. I'm actually more spiritual than entrepreneur. A lot of people think that I'm super businessman and all that, but actually I'm very, very spiritual. And I would say that my spiritual genes comes from my dad also, because my dad is like a spiritual counselor, and my mom is an entrepreneur. So maybe that's how we became the way we are. And as I recount back about my childhood, right, I remember that my dad, okay, when I was like in kindergarten, right, I studied in kindergarten from like N1 to K1, and then in K2, right, I was homeschooled. So I went, my dad's name is Adam, right, so I went to Adam's Academy.
We used to joke that, used to joke that you are now in Adam's Academy.
Yeah, so every day I'll stay at home, and then he'll cook for me, and then he'll teach me things and all that. So I remember it's K2. K2 is 6 years old. And in primary 1, right, we used to have this small little notebook. The small little notebook was called How to Turn a Simple Idea into $1 million Payday.
I think we still have the book.
Yeah, we still have the book. Maybe one day when I get back in Singapore, I'll go and find that book and shoot another video about it.
I remember we would draft on it and write something about it. You know, I remember you said you want to invent
a scrub with a counter. And I ask you, what is that for? You say, oh, employer may want to give it to their maid and see whether is the maid really brushing the toilet or not. Because by the brush, you will have a counter there.
So like this was how my dad stimulated my creativity since I was young. So I remember there's once I wanted to invent a hula hoop counter. Means a hula hoop, right? There's a counter, and you can just count how many times you spin.
I remember your form teacher said if you have manufactured it, then she would be your first customer.
And then I used to think of how to invent, because last time I was primary 2, there was tsunami and all that, right? So I used to think of how to make an invention, right, to turn the tsunami into usable water, into energy that we can use, you know. So this was the kind of like concepts like passive income.
These kind of things, right, I knew it since 6 years old or 7 years old, you know. I knew about he talked about armchair business, right? How to have like a vending machine, let the vending machine do the work for you. Then once every month you go and collect the money from the vending machine.
That's what we call it, the armchair millionaire.
Right, yeah. And since like primary 3, I started reading books, all the self-help books, self-improvement, personal development books. I started knowing about subconscious mind, philosophy, these kind of things. Since primary 3, since primary 3.
Even writing, or making notes on cybernetic. What is that?
Oh yeah. I even wrote like a thesis when I was like primary 4. A thesis, a 20-page thesis about emotions, emotional healing, these kind of things. So I would say that my parents gave us a lot of space to grow. Like is when a flower blooms, I would say that when a flower blooms, it's normally not just because of the flower. I mean, the flower, it has to be a good seed, you know that. But it's mainly the environment, and yeah, we're in a very nice environment to grow.
I remember this because we always say. I remember one day you came back, I think you were crying or not happy. The teacher told you that orange should be orange color, you know, but because you color the orange and the green, you know, yeah. And then I kind of asked why you color green. He said, yeah, we went to Cameron Highland or what. The oranges are green color. You know, you understand this?
Yeah.
You know, orange need not have to be orange. Yeah.
I remember
And your teacher must be wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like my brother when he was young, right, he was given like crayons and all that to draw on the wall, you know.
Yeah. In those days, I remember your grandma was still alive. Your grandma,
She just couldn't take it. She said, why you allow your son to draw on the wall, you know? To me, it's like, if this is something that he enjoyed doing and he's using his creativity. But sometimes when he anyhow doodle and then he say, oh, monster, monster. To him, it's a monster. I have to agree that it's a monster. Yeah. But your grandma just can't agree with it. Yeah. So, because I allowed him to draw, right? You know, he is a very creative person.
Did you read the book?
those days,
My dad believes a lot in education, so like since young,
we spent a lot of, I spent thousands of dollars
yeah.
learning all this.
Every holiday that we had, he'll make sure that we do something productive, that we like go to the library. Yeah. My dad will bring me to the library, right, when I was like K2 primary 1. He'll bring me to the third floor, look through all the books,
Yeah,
then borrow
I mean,
books.
you talk about this. In fact, when I first wanted to buy
He encouraged
a
that a lot.
house, you know, I was looking for a location that is near the library. Because I find that is a place I want my children. There is a knowledge place. I want my children to be able to walk there themselves and find the book that they want to read. You know, and that's what your brother, yourself, also later on will go to the library and find your own.
We find our
book.
own
Yeah,
information,
just walk there.
and yeah. So it's like all these were seeds that were planted in us all the while since we were young. That when we grow up, we'll eventually become successful.
I think the environment is very important.
I mean, look at my brother. Like, by the time he was 24, he already was a millionaire already. Right? 24. And then now becoming a monk and all that. And he's just very, very street smart. Like, you can give him $0. Ask him, put him on the street. I mean, he can learn a language, right, in 3 months. Like, you just bring him. Okay, like he knows. He went to do business in Malaysia, right? Malaysia, you must learn Cantonese and you must learn Malay, right? So he has English and Chinese, which is what we have in Singapore. English and Chinese, Hokkien, okay, Cantonese, Malay,
Tagalog.
and he knows Tagalog, and now he knows Thai, and he knows Pali also. Pali is a very it's like a Sanskrit, or like it's a very old version of like, it's a very old language, and it's not languages that are easy to learn, you know. And he can learn all these languages in like 30 days or 3 months very, very quickly. On one hand you can say it's genes, right? Because especially my dad's side, all our relatives are like very academic or very, very smart.
Talking about this, about your brother,
I have one story to share is that after his PSLE, he was very bored. You know? And I say, okay, then why don't you take a train to Segama, that's my hometown. And
He was
said,
primary 6 at that time.
yeah.
Primary 6.
Yeah, then he said, okay, how to go? Then I show him how to go. Then draw a map. Okay, when you reach when it announced Segama, you just alight, and then you walk and go and find your ancestor house, right? And that's it, you know. And then he told me, what if he couldn't find? I said, then you go back to the station and wait for the next train to come back to Singapore. Yeah, and so he went himself, and my brother was in shock when he went to visit them. You know, they called me straight away. How's it you're daring, so daring, let your son travel by himself to Malaysia? You know, it can be very dangerous for him. You know that. I said, he's a boy. You know. I taught him that if he couldn't find, he just take another train back.
He was primary 6, 12 years old. All he had was a handwritten map and writing of the address of where to look for, and some ringgit with him. Not even a lot of ringgit.
No, just enough to come back.
Just enough to go there and come back, and some food. 12 years old, alone. going to Segamat because my dad's hometown is in Segamat, so we have a lot of relatives at Malaysia. Yeah. So since young he's super intelligent.
I guess
And what about 姐姐?
it's very important that we should not tell
them, no, a lot of parents will say no to them, For example, when we're raising, I won't say, oh, it's dark, you don't go in, sometimes parents, they are very lazy because the children want to go to the dark place to get something and they are afraid that the children may be hurt if they go to the dark place. And tell them, oh, don't go there, bite, or got ghosts, that kind of thing. You really frighten them. Or when they want to go out, oh, don't go out, the police will catch, all that. So they become afraid of authorities. So this is the kind of fear that I wouldn't want my children to have it.
Well, I remember for me, I remember in Sec 2 or something, I was supposed to get public caning, okay, for vandalizing the school property. Not the school property, the bus. Okay, so the bus, right? So basically, there's writing with marker, right? So I just write with another marker, right? Or
Actually,
right?
we were rewriting it.
If I'm not wrong, I wasn't even the one who wrote it. It was my friends. Okay, so basically after that, the person who was in charge of the bus, it was a tour bus. Basically, we had to go to another place on a tour bus. So after that, the bus driver went and complained to my school. So my school wanted to penalize all of us. And somehow, right, I was the one, right, that was a scapegoat. Because for me, it's like, since young, I'm like a leader, right? So every time, right, any kind of like crime or whatever, right, I'm the first one to kena the biggest. Even though I'm not the one who instigate or what, I'm the one who kena the biggest. So they gave me like 5 demerit points just for writing with a marker on a bus. So that's where my dad wrote a lawyer letter. Just he spent like what, $300 just to write a lawyer letter to the principal.
Because I don't believe in capital punishment.
And the lesson and it was not so much about whether I get caning or not, or didn't. In the end I didn't get caning. But it was not so much about that. It was a lesson that I learned, right, that just because authority makes me wrong doesn't is vandalism wrong? Vandalism is wrong, right? But is vandalism worth public caning? It's definitely not. And some of that vandalism is like you take the alcohol and rub, right? It will go away, If you give me like CWO, like the corrective work order, instead of public caning, I think that's okay. But if you give me public caning for vandalism, right, then that's when I learned that just that we don't have to always conform to authority.
No, if your school principal say that it's a vandalism, I asked, is somebody written on it? Then if he's just rewriting it, it's just like telling me that this guy is dead and I used a gun to...
Oh yeah, it was already vandalized. The bus was already vandalized.
Yeah, so it's like the man is already dead and you shoot him. Are you the murderer? He's already dead.
Yeah.
So, and what about 姐姐? How do you feel that, like how was her childhood like?
I guess she is more she's more afraid to make mistake, and more cautious of doing her
things, right? So I only can give her encouragement. Every time when she do something, I always tell her that she's good in it.
I remember last time, I mean her PSL was okay, pretty good, 2-4 something, alright. And then O level is okay, but only A levels, right? Then she really started to bloom. Why do you think, like, then she got like almost 90 rank points or 87 or something along those lines, straight A's. So what caused her to bloom during A levels? Do you think it was?
Okay, in those
days, right, when I started to do more spiritual work and like get very connected with the divinity, and I was really helping a lot of people, so we were very spiritual in the sense that every time we are having communication with the divine, and so things like we believe that we get a lot of blessing.
So you think that it's because of the spiritual work you've been doing, that's why
because sometimes when I help people and I don't get any paid, I'm not paid to do, I don't ask for payment. So many people appreciate and they would just say that, God will bless you for helping. And I like to believe that it's true. So one day, even like when I was doing, and I kind of received a message. It's kind of like a prophecies, they call it, to say that don't worry, she will have a scholarship, you don't even have to worry about her education, so God will take care. So after her A level, and she actually tried to apply some scholarship.
And she didn't receive any yes yet until very late. Sometimes in May or like 3 days before her birthday. Her birthday was May 17. So maybe around 13 or 14. she even asked me, say, Dad, you prophesied that I will get a scholarship, It's so late, everybody seems to have got it already. Until now, I don't receive anything, So that was the day when she attended the open house with her mother, and met the dean there.
She went to go and look for. She went and run up to the dean.
Yeah.
And then the dean was also Catholic or something. So
No, is it Christian or what? Whatever, yeah. Then the dean said that, email me tonight, So she emailed him, and 3 days later, the secretary called and said that Dean Ong want to have an interview with you. So on her birthday, she went for an interview and she got her birthday.
exactly on her birthday.
On her birthday.
So
Yeah.
it was
So
a
we all were
prophecy.
laughing like God is so humorous, And on her birthday, that is the kind of present. And that is the scholarship that she got. That's without bond.
Yeah, it's a lot of money and without bond. Yeah.
So is there anything that you have done differently as a parent, knowing the things that you know now, like knowing the things that you know now, would you have done would you have done anything differently? Like maybe you have, I don't know.
I would
In
say like
terms of,
this, as a parent, it's important that we observe what the child, what kind of interest the child has. You just need to help them develop, give them the opportunity to develop. For example, your sister, I would say that in those days,
I love to learn erhu, so it's a very difficult instrument, though it's a 2-string fiddle, and I would bring her to my teacher because I was taking care of her, and one day halfway the lesson I went to the toilet, and she took my erhu and play, and my teacher was impressed, I said, my teacher is from Beijing. I said, when I came, I said, oh, go on, put I was like, what is put I said, your daughter knows how to play her actually, I said, is it? So you see, actually, when I was not around, she has used my to play.
So basically, he was going for his erhu lesson, right?
And she was observing.
And she just followed him around. And after that, she decided to have, she developed an interest in erhu.
Yeah.
So she went on to go, and she surpassed my dad, grade 5 or grade
more than that. I was learning up to about grade 3. I couldn't really improve anymore. And she picked up so fast and surpassed me until she went up to grade 8. She one time performed for the Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong. And like I said, that this because she has a listening skill. That time I would say that she could identify. I bought 2 erhu from my teacher. They were very costly. They purposely flown from Beijing. And my teacher asked her to pick up one. So she picked up the one that actually gave a better sound. At that time I couldn't identify where. To me, erhu is erhu sound. Until now, when I knew the difference, I said, hey, actually her erhu sounds so much better than mine. That is how. So now that she brought the erhu back to Spain, to play for the sisters, they were very impressed.
I think a very important thing is for a parent or when parenting a child is don't love the child how you want to love them. Love them how they want to be loved. And my dad and my mom, they gave us a lot of freedom to do whatever we wanted to do. Since young, like for me, like my entrepreneurial, like I buy and sell things and all that. They let us do whatever, even if like they knew we were gonna fail at that or what, they will let us go and fail because that experience
that
will
itself
help.
is a learning.
Yeah, that itself is a learning. And that itself will empower us to become the best version of ourselves.
I always believe that as long as you won't die, right? As long as whatever thing you want to do, you won't die. Go ahead and do. Even though I, as a parent, see that it will fail, but I won't say that it will fail. Perhaps it may not. Right? If I say it will fail, it means that is my limited thought. So my belief is that as long as whatever thing my children want to do, it won't cost them their life, right? And they don't break the law, then go ahead and do it. Because if you don't do it, then you are betraying yourself for not doing it.
It's like which is why when my sister want to be a nun, or
it's hard, for me to let her go because she's my only daughter, and as a father, we have this what they call father instinct, to protect the girl especially. But if this is what she want to do, we give her.
It will be a good experience for her.
Even if one day she want to come back or what, if she have experienced it, this is important. So I believe that whatever thing the children want to do, let them do so that they don't betray themselves for not doing it.
And they will take ownership of their own life, you know. They won't say that, oh, I'm screwing up because my parents make me screw up. They'll say, I screw up because of the own decisions I made. They gave me advice, they guided me, but if I screw up, it's my fault, you know. Yeah. Alright, so I think that's the end of our video, right? So hopefully that shared some insight about my family and my parents and how they have raised us up to be entrepreneurs or spiritual people or just people who add a lot of value. This is how it looks like. Okay, with all the water hyacinth floating about, and we're just over here chilling and chatting about life and
that don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now, that's how long I've been on ya.